Before he became the king of pop, before the moonwalk changed music forever, there was simply a gifted little boy with an impossible dream and a childhood shaped by extraordinary talent, relentless pressure, and unimaginable sacrifice. Michael tells the story behind the legend, revealing how the world's biggest entertainer was created and what it ultimately cost him. The film opens by introducing Michael Jackson as a shy yet astonishingly gifted child growing up in Gary, Indiana. While the world would eventually see him as an icon, the movie first shows him as a son living in a crowded household where discipline dominates daily life. His father, Joseph Jackson, believes greatness can only be achieved through perfection, pushing his children through endless rehearsals while their mother Katherine tries to protect their innocence whenever she can. Even as a child, Michael's extraordinary voice separates him from everyone around him. As the Jackson 5 begin performing in local clubs and talent competitions, audiences quickly recognize that Michael possesses something almost supernatural. Despite his young age, he commands the stage with confidence beyond his years. The family's hard work eventually attracts the attention of Motown Records, transforming five ordinary brothers into international stars almost overnight. Fame arrives quickly, but so do exhausting tours, endless interviews, and expectations that continue to grow heavier with every success. Behind the bright lights, the film explores the emotional cost of Michael's upbringing. Joseph's demanding methods create a constant atmosphere of fear, where mistakes are punished and perfection is expected. Michael gradually begins to associate love with performance, believing that applause is the only proof that he is good enough. These childhood experiences quietly shape many of the insecurities that follow him throughout adulthood. As Michael grows older, he becomes increasingly determined to define himself outside the Jackson 5. His ambition extends far beyond being a successful singer. He dreams of becoming the greatest entertainer the world has ever seen, studying choreography, filmmaking, songwriting, and stage production with obsessive dedication. The film emphasizes that his creativity isn't accidental. It is the result of countless hours of relentless work and a refusal to settle for ordinary performances. One of the story's major turning points arrives when Michael begins collaborating with producer Quincy Jones. Their partnership unlocks a completely new artistic identity, leading to groundbreaking albums that redefine popular music. Recording sessions become laboratories of innovation where every note, rhythm, and vocal performance is refined until perfection is achieved. The movie portrays Michael as someone constantly chasing inspiration, believing every song has the potential to become timeless. The success of Off the Wall marks the beginning of Michael's solo superstardom, but it is Thriller that completely changes history. Rather than simply celebrating its commercial success, the film focuses on Michael's determination to reinvent what a music video could be. Elaborate choreography, cinematic storytelling, and unforgettable performances transform him into a worldwide cultural phenomenon whose influence reaches every continent. With global fame comes increasing isolation. The film illustrates how every achievement raises expectations even higher. Michael constantly worries about surpassing his previous work, believing that standing still means failure. Crowds adore him, but genuine friendships become increasingly difficult as fame creates barriers between him and ordinary life. His enormous success brings wealth and admiration while simultaneously making loneliness almost unavoidable. As his career reaches unimaginable heights, the pressures surrounding Michael become more intense. Endless touring, media attention, and public scrutiny leave little room for a normal personal life. The film portrays him as someone who pours every ounce of energy into entertaining millions while privately struggling to preserve pieces of the childhood he never truly experienced. His creativity remains extraordinary, but the emotional burden grows heavier with every passing year. The relationship with his father continues to cast a long shadow over his life. Even after achieving worldwide fame, Michael finds it difficult to escape the emotional scars left by years of relentless criticism. The movie repeatedly contrasts the confident performer seen by millions with the vulnerable individual searching for acceptance behind closed doors, suggesting that many of his greatest achievements were driven by a lifelong desire to prove himself worthy. Rather than presenting Michael only as a superstar, The film also highlights his artistic obsession. Every concert, dance rehearsal, costume design, and studio session reflects his belief that audiences deserve unforgettable experiences. He refuses to compromise on quality, pushing both himself and those around him to deliver performances unlike anything the entertainment industry has ever witnessed. The final act reflects on Michael Jackson's extraordinary legacy, showing how a young boy from Gary, Indiana, reshaped music, dance, fashion, and popular culture forever. The film leaves audiences with the image of an artist whose brilliance inspired generations, while acknowledging that greatness often came with profound personal sacrifice. Instead of ending solely with tragedy, it celebrates the enduring power of his music and the lasting impact he continues to have on performers around the world. Ultimately, Michael presents the King of Pop as both an unparalleled entertainer and a deeply human figure, someone driven by limitless imagination, extraordinary discipline, and a lifelong search for love, acceptance, and artistic perfection. It argues that while the world remembers the dazzling performances and record-breaking success, the real story is about the person behind the legend and the price he paid to become one of the most influential artists in history.